Hello friends! Messi beautifully supported Aguero. Italy and Argentina have finally agreed on their game, and Barcelona can bring back one of its former footballers. Guys, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive straight into the news. PSG met with the agent of Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger. The Parisians want to intercept the German from other interested top clubs. Marcelo and Luka Modric contracted COVID-19 and went to self-isolation, according to the press office of Real Madrid. Bayern Munich are willing to sign Ousmane Dembele and Erling Haaland in case of Kingsley Coman and Robert Lewandowski deciding to leave next summer. The list is long. I would ask Santa Claus to bring the Champions League to Juventus. It would be the best gift for everyone. There is also the World Cup. Winning it with Argentina would be something extraordinary, Paulo Dybala shared in an interview with Tuta Juve. The Africa Cup of Nations may be cancelled due to the new Omicron coronavirus strain. The African Football Confederation is about to make a final decision as soon as possible. Maradona conquered Italy, Messi did it in Spain, and Aguero has done it in England. His numbers speak for themselves. Marca quotes Pep Guardiola. Erling Haaland has scored 30 goals for Borussia Dortmund this year. The Norwegian broke the club's record set by Lothar Emmerich and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The Uruguayan national team is now headed by former Inter Miami coach Diego Alonso. He replaced the famous Oscar Tabarez at the helm of the team. Southampton midfielder James Ward-Prowse had his 11th successful free kick in the Premier League, 7 accurate shots left before David Beckham's record. Betis are close to extending the contract with Nabil Fekir until the summer of 2026, Goal España writes. Antonio Conte asked the management of Tottenham to sign Napoli striker Lorenzo Insigne, whose contract with the Italian club expires in summer. At 18 years, 7 months and 12 days, Bayern's midfielder Florian Wirtz became the youngest performer with 50 appearances in the Bundesliga. Liverpool has intensified negotiations with Porto on midfielder Luis Diaz and offered the Dragons 40 million euros, Tata Fichajes reports. COVID-19 is getting worse at Manchester United. In the club have passed positive tests, The Telegraph notifies. Me at PSG? This is just the pre-Christmas imagination. I don't know who came out with that. But there's nothing there. RMC Sport quotes the words of Arsene Wenger. Inter and Christian Eriksen terminated the contract by mutual agreement. The Nerazzurri support Denmark midfielder, though Serie A doesn't allow him to play with the defibrillator. The reunion of Hazard and Lille cannot be ruled out. If necessary, I'm ready to go to Madrid for Eden in person, promised Lille president Olivier Letang. Roma defender Leonardo Spinazzola won't return to the pitch until January. The Italian continues to recover from his Achilles injury. To win the Champions League, you have to beat the best. United are one of the best, as quoted Atletico striker Luis Suarez as saying. Former Barcelona and Tottenham midfielder Paulinho returned to Corinthians as a free agent. The English Premier League has postponed the 17th round match between Burnley and Watford due to the outbreak of coronavirus in the Hornets squad. Juventus is missing Ronaldo. I don't know if there is a need for other explanations. Cristiano has scored lots of important goals, but a worthy replacement has never been bought, former Juve striker Luca Toni said in an interview with La Gazzetta dello Sport. Leipzig earned 4 out of 6 possible points in the Bundesliga during the first 2 games under the leadership of Domenico Tedesco. Before the appointment of a new coach, the Bulls lost in 3 match weeks in a row. Chelsea are not in talks right now about bringing in the players, because we trust our squad. Fabrizio Romano quotes the words of Thomas Tuchel. The El Clasico goal against Real Madrid remained the last in the career of Barcelona striker Sergio Aguero. Kylian Mbappe will not make any announcements about his future until the end of the current season. Premier League clubs are considering lowering the salaries of those footballers who refuse to be vaccinated against the coronavirus, Daily Mail writes. Former Manchester United and Orlando City winger Nani has entered negotiations with Fluminense. Borussia Gladbach has already suffered 4 defeats in a row in the Bundesliga and during this period has a negative goal difference of -13. Juventus has contacted Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola to discuss the player's return to touring, Sport Italia states. The following games were held yesterday in the Premier League and Bundesliga. The latest results are on your screens. Moving on to the main news of the release. As a rule, let's begin with a quick rewind of yesterday's fixtures. Arsenal beat West Ham in the Premier League 2-0. Gabriel Martinelli and Emil Smith-Rowe secured the Gunners' triumph. Meanwhile, in the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund slammed Greuther Fürth with a 3-0 result. Continuing to chase Bayern Munich for the title, Erling Haaland slotted the brace. UEFA and CONMEBOL signed a new extended memorandum of cooperation. The organizations have agreed on the details of the game between the reigning champions of Europe and South America, the national teams of Italy and Argentina. The game is scheduled for June 1st, 2022. The clash will take place on a neutral pitch, namely at Wembley Stadium in London. The organizations called such a showdown Finalissima. The deal is done, and at this point we can only wait and anticipate the show. Barcelona striker Sergio Aguero has posted a farewell letter due to him ending his playing career because of heart problems. We've highlighted some words from the Argentinian's Twitter publication. I've always known that I'd give it all to have a chance to play again. However, after the last exams, I was advised by my doctors to cease practicing professional football. Their words were sufficient to make a choice. Retiring under these circumstances is difficult, but life comes first. It's surely painful, but it's no tragedy. A tragedy would have been another thing altogether. My thoughts are not on the time I could have played on. They are on the wonderful 18 years I did get to play. Life goes on, and there's plenty of it ahead. It'll be a new stage, a different one indeed. But I'll keep on just like I've done so far, always positive, with enthusiasm and joy, Aguero wrote. And here's how PSG striker Lionel Messi reacted to Aguero's publication. Practically a whole career together, Kun. We lived very beautiful moments and others that were not so. All of them made us unite more and more and be more friends. And we are going to continue living them together outside the field. With the great joy of lifting the Copa America so little ago, with all the achievements you achieved in England. And the truth is that now it hurts a lot to see how you have to stop doing what you like the most because of what happened to you. Surely you will continue to be happy because you are a person who transmits happiness, and those of us who love you will be with you. Now a new stage of your life is starting, and I'm convinced that you are going to live it with a smile and with all the illusion that you put into everything. All the best in this new stage. I love you very much, friend. I'm gonna miss a lot being with you on the field and when we get together with the national team, reads Messi's post. La Liga president Javier Tebas is confident that Real Madrid will be able to pull off the transfers of Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland next summer. There are all signs of Mbappe going to play for Real Madrid. I think and hope that Haaland will also perform in the Spanish team. Real can sign both of them if they want, but at a reasonable price. Although in the case of Mino Raiola, everything is always unfounded. It would be an important effort on the part of Real Madrid, and it would help La Liga a lot. It's not so important for me whether Mbappe and Haaland are going to play in the same team or in different ones. But the main thing is that they will end up in La Liga, Cope quoted the official as saying. Barcelona is thinking about buying Arsenal forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. According to the Catalan newspaper Sport, the day before the Gabonese was deprived of the captain's armband in the London team and was removed from the lineup at the match versus West Ham due to disciplinary violations. Aubameyang's relationship with Mikel Arteta's coaching staff has rapidly deteriorated, and the player can now be sold to Barça. Despite the transfer of Pierre-Emerick, Alexis Sanchez's comeback to Camp Nou may also take place. The source states that the Blaugranas have reached an agreement with Inter to loan the Chilean before the end of the season. Striker Luuk de Jong will follow the opposite direction in case the deal gets approved by Sevilla, the club the Dutchman actually belongs to. Friends, have a look at new videos from our other projects. Check them out for yourself. And that was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.